No, this comes from the beginning. When I maybe saw him for the first time with, no, I think he was 12, 13 years old. You could see the smile all the time on the face, except when he gets angry on the court. But the rest of the time, he was, all the time enjoying, because the way he plays, it's very, let's say, a little bit easier than maybe others kind of games to joy and to have joy on the court. So it was from the very beginning.
It starts with a fall. A single ugly moment on a hard court in Tokyo, where the best tennis player on the planet crumples to the ground and doesn't get up right away. Carlos Alcaraz, world number 1, chasing history, chasing his 24th career title, is lying on the court clutching his ankle. For 5 long minutes, he doesn't move. The crowd goes silent. Commentators fall quiet, because everyone watching knows exactly what this could mean. Not just for a tournament, for an entire season, for a rivalry that has gripped the tennis world all year long. This is the moment the story really begins. Not in Shanghai, not in a press conference, but days earlier in the opening round of the Japan Open against Sebastian Baez, when Alcaraz's left ankle gives out beneath him. What happens next is almost unbelievable. He gets up, he wraps the ankle in heavy strapping, and he keeps playing. Not just that match, the whole tournament, round after round, with the injury clearly on his mind every single time he plants that foot to change direction, to explode into a serve, to chase down a ball he has no business reaching. And somehow, against everything logic would suggest, he wins. He beats Taylor Fritz in the final. Straight sets. His 8th title of an already legendary season. His 24th career trophy at just 22 years old, faster than Roger Federer got there, faster than Novak Djokovic. For a moment, it looks like a triumphant story, a champion who fought through pain and came out on top. But tennis has a way of making you pay for victories like this, because greatness bought on a damaged ankle always comes with an invoice. And that invoice arrives faster than anyone expects. Hours after lifting the trophy in Tokyo, while fans are still celebrating, while highlight reels are still being cut, the news breaks. Carlos Alcaraz will not be playing the Shanghai Masters, the tournament where some of the very same rivals he has been battling all season, Jannik Sinner, Novak Djokovic, are already on site, ready to fight for ranking points that could decide who finishes the year on top of the sport. Alcaraz breaks the news himself, not through a spokesperson, not buried in a press release. He posts it directly in his own words, visibly disappointed, telling his fans that after everything he pushed through in Tokyo, his body and his team have made the difficult call. Rest, recovery. No Shanghai this year. Now here is where the real tension of this story lives. Because this isn't just about missing one tournament. This is about what happens to a rivalry the entire tennis world has been obsessing over. Jannik Sinner has been closing the gap in the year-end ranking race all season. Every tournament Alcaraz skips is a door left open. Every point left on the table in China is a point Sinner can potentially claim in his place. And lurking in the background of it all, the shadow of Novak Djokovic, still capable of chaos, still capable of turning any tournament into must-watch television. So picture the position Alcaraz is in. He has just proven, in the most painful way possible, that his body has limits, that even a world number 1, even a 6-time Grand Slam champion, can be brought down by something as simple as one wrong step on a hard court. And now he has to make a decision that will define not just his week, but potentially his entire season. Does he risk permanent damage chasing ranking points in Shanghai? Or does he sacrifice ground in the race against Sinner, betting that his body will recover in time for the tournaments that matter even more? The Paris Masters, the ATP Finals, the Davis Cup, the season-defining stretch still waiting for him just weeks away. This is the decision his team ultimately makes for him and with him. Rest now. So there is something left to fight with later. It is not a flashy answer. It is not the story of a coach exposing some secret injury cover-up. The truth is simpler and in some ways more human. A young champion, already carrying the weight of an entire season on a fragile ankle, chooses caution over one tournament in the hope of preserving everything still ahead. But choosing caution does not mean the danger disappears, because now the countdown begins. Can that ankle heal in time? Will there be lingering effects the next time he explodes into a first serve, the next time he changes direction on a break point, the next time everything is on the line in a fifth set against Sinner or Djokovic? Nobody knows yet. Not the fans. Not the commentators. Maybe not even Alcaraz himself. And that uncertainty is exactly what makes the rest of his season must-watch. Every match from here becomes a test, not just of his tennis, but of his body. Every time he moves for a wide ball, every time he plants that foot, millions of fans will be watching that ankle before they watch the scoreboard. Because here is the brutal truth about this sport and about this story. Careers are not just built on talent. They are built on the ability to survive moments like this one. The falls, the ankle taps, the split-second decisions about whether to push through pain or protect the future. Alcaraz has already shown he is willing to fight through injury to win a title. Now the sport is about to find out whether he is wise enough to know when not to. Shanghai will go on without him. Sinner will have his chance to close the gap. Djokovic will lurk, waiting for any crack in the armor of the young generation. And somewhere away from the cameras, Alcaraz and his team will be working quietly, carefully, to make sure that this withdrawal is remembered not as the beginning of a decline, but as the pause before the comeback. Because if there is one thing this season has already proven, it is that betting against Carlos Alcaraz is a dangerous game. The question now is not whether he can still win. It is whether his body will let him try. And as Paris approaches, as the ATP Finals loom, as the ranking race hangs in the balance, the entire tennis world is left waiting, watching, and wondering just how this story is going to end.